feeding ourselves and ensuring a very productive agricultural sector in that clip there. Very shortly, of course, we would be going to see the military parade. They are getting ready. And very shortly, we'll be looking at, as if you can see, you will see that they're already getting set for the military parade, and we'll be joining that very shortly as well. So you can see some pictures coming in from the venue there. We expect dignitaries, members of the diplomatic corps, all to be seated shortly, and then we will join them live as part of our program today, after which, of course, my colleague Ruth Aguele would also come for the second lap or the second leg of today's program. I'm still I still have the company of Professor Sadiq Abba, former Deputy Vice Chancellor, Administration, University of Abuja. Before, you know, we went with, there's still another message I understand very shortly before I let you make your comments. If we have another message from an eminent Nigerian coming in, let's take that and then we will come back into the studio.
Dream for Nigeria, a country that I love, is to see Nigeria prosperous, to see Nigeria a secure place, and so an attractive tourist destination, to see Nigeria exert its influence, not just in Africa, but globally as representative of the black race. I see Nigeria, my dream is that Nigeria will become true to its destiny of being the representative of the black race across the world.
I believe strongly that Nigeria will rise again. I believe firmly that our God has been too kind to Nigeria. We have survived too many things that other countries would not have survived. And that God that has been so kind to us over time, we went through civil war, survived it, not without his own problem. That God is still there. If countries like Argentina totally went under, Brazil went under, Venezuela has gone under, but Brazil recovered, Argentina recovered, Yugoslavia totally went under, and they are recovering. Nigeria will definitely, I believe, and I strongly believe in it, will rise again. My only appeal is to the young men not to relent. They must continue to ask questions, they must continue to agitate responsibly, and they must continue to keep the fight on for a better and greater Nigeria.
All right, two comments there from a diplomat of great standing, Chief Emeka Anyoku, former Secretary General of the Commonwealth, and Chief Olusegun Oshoba, former Governor of Ogun State. Very quickly, that's how we'll round off this morning's program, but a comment before we join Eagle Square. Very quickly.
Well, I hope and pray that at least we'll get it right in the next 60 years. So that at least there's going to be a synergy between we are no longer going to have rulers and followers, but leaders and citizens, so that at least we are going to project our priorities right. We are going to define, if we are going to continue with democracy, we are going to define democracy from the point of view of Nigeria. I wish Nigeria happy independence anniversary. All right,
time is not our friend on the first segment. The soldiers are ready to do the special parade on the 63rd independence anniversary of Nigeria. My name is Fisai Ogunfuyi. When we return, it will be Ruth Aguele piloting the proceedings. Good morning.
The fanfare that sounded a while ago heralded the arrival of His Lordship, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, His Lordship, Chief Justice Oluka Ariwola, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. The Lordship, you're heartily welcome, sir. At this juncture, the microphone now swings over to my co-announcer at the announcer's box, Lieutenant Obi Olokodano. Olokodano, please.
Thank you, Major Paul Abara, retired. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, while we await the arrival of more dignitaries to grace this occasion, permit me to acquaint you with the origin of colors on ceremonial parades. The origin of color on ceremonial parade in the military is an ancient tradition which dates back to centuries. The origin of color began in the early days when men fixed their family badges to a pole and held it aloft in battle for the dual purpose of indicating their position and as a rallying point should the occasion arise. When armies began to adopt a system of regimentation at the beginning of the 17th century, each company was allotted a color, a custom which persisted to present days known as a trooping and presentation of colors. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, it will interest you to know that the sight of the colors creates a feeling of pride in soldiers and ex-soldiers. From ancient history, it has served as an inspiration for heroic act of self-sacrifice. Since then, colors have become the symbol of the fighting spirit of a regiment, because they bear the battle honors and badges granted to the regiment in commemoration of the gallant deeds performed by its members from the time it was raised. In the olden days, victories were sometimes expressed in terms of the number of enemy soldiers captured. This association of the color with the heroic deed of the unit decorated on them has led to the custom of regarding the colors with veneration. The fact that colors are consecrated and presented before taking into use and are laid up in sacred buildings after service help to maintain the atmosphere of veneration with which they are surrounded. Any moment from now, be expecting the arrival of dignitaries to grace this occasion. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is announcing the arrival of the President of the Senate and Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, being received there by Commander Guards Brigade. We just witnessed a fanfare that heralded the arrival of the President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Godswill Akpabio, Commander of the Order of the Niger, and Speaker House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas. You are welcome, sir. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, any moment from now, be receiving the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. This is announcing the arrival of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Please shall we all rise for the national anthem. Officers, warrant officers in uniform are expected to salute. Thank you. Dignitaries, may please take your seats. Thank you. The national anthem we just witnessed heralded the arrival of the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, distinguished Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Your Excellency, you are heartily welcome. Clamassing the arrival for this epoch-making event in the historic milestone of our great nation, Nigeria, will be the arrival of the special guest of honor, the President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the special guest of honor will be ushered into this historic arena by Guards Brigade Bagpipers with their attires known as kit, and we'll be ushering the special guest of honor with the Scottish melody known as Scotland the Brave, composed by Harry Lauder in 1950. At this moment, Your Excellency, permit me to hand over the microphone to my co-compare, Major Polabara, retired, to continue with the proceedings. Major Polabara, sir.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Obio Lokodano. Your Excellency, the Vice President, the Lordship, Excellency, the Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Lordship, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Your Excellencies, former President, former Vice President here present, distinguished honorable members of the National Assembly, honorable members of the Federal Executive Council, the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, Inspector General of Police, very senior military officers, both serving and disably retired, Your Royal Highnesses, my Lord spiritual and temporal, chieftains and captains of the organized private sector, officers, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dignitary's arrival unfolding at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa, where ceremonies commemorating the 63rd independence anniversary is taking place. To climax this hierarchical arrival of dignitaries will be the arrival of the very special guest of honor, His Excellency President-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Please, when we announce his arrival, in absolute deference to his most exalted offices, we are all pleased to rise. Distinguished personnel, we rise on our feet wherever we are sitting, please, with all due respect and deference, please. And when the band on parade renders the national salute, officers, warrant officers, you should please salute. Band, some more musical interlude, we'll expect the arrival of the special guest of honor, please. Band, thank you. Scintillating, entertaining, rhythmic. Thank you. Your Excellencies, standing on existing protocol, today's occasion is most unique. It is the 63rd independence anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. 63rd. We want to acquaint our distinguished guests with the guards on parade. Now, we have two guards on parade. The guard to the left of the colors on parade is the guard representing the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Army Guards. And to the right, symbolically, is a guard representing the outgoing colonial guards. And of course, the dropping of the Union Jack these days, 63 years ago. Now, the guards representing the outgoing colonial guards, we have there an officer and personnel from the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, and the Nigerian Police. We want to meet them briefly. Now, today's parade commander is Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun Yusuf. He doubles as the commanding officer of 7 Guards Battalion. He was born on 30th May 1984 in Shobolu local government area of Lagos State. He hails from Ikene local government area in Ogun State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on the 27th September 2002 as a member of the 54th Regular Combatant Course. The senior officer was subsequently commissioned on 30th September 2006 as a second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps. He holds a BSc Honors degree in accounting and a Master of Science degree in Defense and International Politics. Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf is happily married and blessed with children. The parade commander's 63rd Independence Anniversary Parade, the forecourt, President Villa. Now, the two guards on parade. The old guard is commanded by Navy Lieutenant Commander J.A. Uluwole. He was born in Kaba, Kogi State. He hails from Kababono local government area of Kogi State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Naval College on Port Harcourt, River State on 4th May 2018 as a member of the Direct Short Service Course 25. The officer was subsequently commissioned on 15th December 2018 as a sub-lieutenant into the Nigerian Navy. He holds a higher national diploma degree in library and information science. Now, the new guard commander is Major Jamil Man Issa. He was born in Mina, Niger State. He hails from Bida local government area of Niger State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 3rd September 2016 as a member of the 68th Regular Combatant Course. The senior officer was subsequently commissioned on 9th October 2021 as a second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army. He holds a BSc Honors degree in Geography. Now, once again, there are 4 colors on parade. We did say a while ago. It is historic and very, very unique. What we had experienced the past weeks, the past years, had been 2 colors, principally the national color of our great nation, Nigeria, and the regimental color of the Nigerian Army. But today's occasion, very unique, is a symbolic rollback to October 1, 1960. Now we have the guards representing the outgoing colonial guards, and of course, since we have the Navy, the Air Force, and the police on parade, now the Navy and the Air Force colors are on parade. So we have 4 colors on parade today. We have the national color of our great nation, Nigeria, green, white, green. The regimental colors of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force. Along the line, we are going to meet the ensigns of these colors. Highly disciplined, trained, committed officers. Band, some more musical interlude, please. Thank you. While we wait the arrival of the special guest of honor. Band, please. Thank you. highly entertaining. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mass band on parade. Your Excellency, the Vice President, standing on existing protocol, while expecting the arrival of the special guest of honor, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, we want to take a synoptic look at the history behind the change of guard parade that we're going to witness today. Now, the change of guard ceremony dates back to the colonial era when the British colonial masters introduced the ceremony as an avenue to demonstrate the reliability and preparedness of their soldiers. Now, the ceremony then involved the formal relief of the old colonial guard by the new set, symbolizing the seamless transition of duties and responsibilities. At Nigeria's independence on 1st October 1960, the routine change of guard between the old and new colonial guards was replaced by the change of guard between the old British colonial guard and the new Nigerian Armed Forces Guard. And since then, the change of guard parade remained a routine parade between the old and the new security guards at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. This institutionalizing professionalism in the Nigerian Army. To an appreciable extent, the troops are highly trained, very well equipped, disciplined, and highly motivated towards achieving the constitutional role and responsibilities. Now, the change of guard ceremony routinely takes place at military installations, national landmarks, and official events. It involves a meticulously choreographed drill performed by soldiers of the Nigerian Armed Forces and usually attracts the attention of spectators and officials alike. The change of guard parade is known for its precision, discipline, and attention to details. It showcases the training, skills, and military bearing of the personnel participating in the ceremony. Above all, the parade and the actual change of the guards are designed to create rest and relief for troops on security duty. The importance of rest and relief during military operations cannot be overemphasized, as both factors are prerequisites for force effectiveness and efficiency. End of that synoptic look of the history behind change of guards parade. Band, some more musical interlude, please, while we expect the arrival of the special guest of honor band. Thank you. Thank you, band. Thank you. Scintillating, entertaining, rhythmic. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President, Your Excellencies, former President, former Vice President here present, the distinguished Senate President, the Right Honorable Speaker of the House of Representatives, the Lordship, the Chief Justice, distinguished honorable members of the National Assembly here present, honorable members of the Federal Executive Council, the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs, Inspector General of Police, very senior military officers, both serving and disably retired, Your Royal Highnesses, my Lord spiritual and temporal, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we can hear from the arena of the quarter guard some orders there indicating that any moment from now, the special guest of honor, President Commander-in-Chief of our great nation, Nigeria, will be entering the arena, presidentially, that is. It is the abridged version of the weekly presidential change of guard parade holding here at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa, Abuja, where ceremonies commemorating the 63 independence anniversary is taking place. The bugle is quite loud, sound, and tells us that the special guest of honor will be entering the arena any moment from now. Please, when we announce his arrival, in absolute deference to his most exalted offices and his very distinguished person, we are please expect to rise wherever we are sitting. Officers, warrant us, should please salute, please. This is announcing the arrival of the special guest of honor, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Just been received there by the Commander Guard Brigade. We can see the presidential limousine being sandwiched there by the bagpipers. The occasion is very unique. The 63rd independence anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria, holding here at the forecourt of the Presidential Villa. Highly dignifying, highly dignifying. Thank you. Please kindly rise on your feet wherever you are sitting. And when the national salute is rendered, officers, warrant officers in uniform should please salute. Thank you. Shortly, His Excellency will be exchanging pleasantries with the dignitaries, His Excellency the Vice President, His Excellency the Distinguished Senate President, Lordship the Chief Justice, and of course, the Right Honourable Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honourable Ministers of Defence and the Federal Capital Territory, the Chief of Defence Staff, Service Chiefs, Inspector General of Police. Cameraman, please, can you get yourself organized, please? Please, thank you. If you are still sitting, please rise on your feet. Officers, warrant officers in uniform should please salute. Thank you. Dignitaries, may please take your seats. Thank you. The national salute that heralded the arrival of the special guest of honor, President Commander-in-Chief over the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, now marches towards the position of Mr. President to give him the essence of today's ceremony, the officers and guards on parade. We'll hear that shortly. Very distinctly delivered there by the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, and has been presidentially given the permission to carry with the rest of the parade. Happy viewing, Your Excellencies. now, standing on existing protocol, we have 2 guards on parade. The guard ahead of the color party symbolizes the outgoing colonial guards who got off our nation 63 years ago, symbolically being represented in this parade by an officer from the Nigerian Navy and personnel from the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, and the Nigerian Police. And the guard behind the color party is the incoming Nigerian guard, made up of officer and personnel of the Nigerian Army. Now, once again, we have 4 colors on parade. This is quite historic. Weekly presidential change of guards, the forecourt has always been 2 colors on parade, namely the national color for accreditation Nigeria and the regimental color of the Nigerian Army. But today, we have 4 colors on parade: the national color and the regimental colors of the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force. We must say that now the essence of the inspection of guards, both the quarter guard and the guards, is to ensure their thoroughness, either in person or whatever they are putting on, from their boots to their uniform to their hairdo, and indeed everything about them, because that's the reflection of any nation. For instance, any visitor to the presidency, say high commissioners, members of the diplomatic corps and all, will go through the quarter guard, inspect the quarter guard, and the impression that is taken from this is for all times. Shortly, the old guard commander and the new guard commander will inspect the guards, and of course, including the guards, that's the quarter guard. Now, at this juncture, the microphone will swing over to my co-announcer, Lieutenant Odunayo Bilkisu. Lokodano, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Paul Abara, retired. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today's ceremony is an abbreviated version of the weekly change of guard, and this is the special presidential change of guard. And of course, as the name implies, is the exchange of guard that was on ground with another guard. On parade also is the highly revered component of regimentation, the color party, which comprises of the ensigns, escort to the colors, and the parade regimental sergeant majors. As earlier mentioned, there are 4 colors on parade: national and regimental color of the Nigerian Army, Navy, Air Force on parade. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun Yusuf, just marching the 2 guards, and is now marching to take his position at the right side of the whole guard. The 2 guards are provided by the Nigerian Armed Forces and Nigerian Police Force. To the right of Mr. President sitting position is new guard, while on the left is old guard. The whole guard represents the British Army before Nigeria gained independence in 1960, while the new guard represents what we know today as Nigerian Army after independence. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, senior officers, both serving and disably retired, ladies and gentlemen. Any moment from now, you'll be witnessing the special presidential change of guard, commencing with dressing of both Old and New Guard. Happy Evening, Your Excellency. Lieutenant Commander Joshua Abiodun Oluwole just dressed both guards, awaiting the Company Sergeant Major, Warrant Officer Idoma Patrick, to take post behind the old guard. Any moment from now, the new guard commander will take post. We can now see the new guard commander, Major Jabir Ma Isa, marching there alongside with the company sergeant major. Warrant Officer Kefas Amos. See this discipline, training, and courage to what you see there, and is of course to inspect the incoming security guard and the quarter guard. We will see that shortly. The incoming security guard is an elite security guard tasked with the protection of Mr. President, the first family, and protection of the seat of power. Inspection of security guard during the change of guard parade is carried out to ensure that the incoming guard is composed of discipline, well turned out, and complete soldiers on parade. It equally affords the new guard commanders the opportunity of having personal contact with the soldiers resuming duty with him as he inspects the guards. The inspection is usually done together with the company sergeant major, as you can see. The company sergeant major sees to the implementation of instruction from the guard commander as it relates to the discipline, conduct, and administration of the troops throughout the duration of the duty. Just finished inspecting the first round, now moving to the center round. You may be wondering why is the new guard commander looking down and looking up. He's looking down to ensure their boot is well shone, and looking up to ensure their uniform is well ironed and clean, as it is expected for all personnel of Nigerian forces and Nigerian police force to turn out neatly at all times, especially while on duty or on parade. Now moving to the rear round. Now inspecting their aircraft to ensure it's in line with the Armed Forces dress regulation. The company sergeant major just take post behind the incoming security guard while the new guard commander proceed any moment from now will be inspecting the quarter guard. Now the new guard commander is marching forward to inspect the weapon of the incoming quarter guard. Is going to inspect their weapon in preparation for their duties. This set of inspection involved the conduct of the normal safety precaution to ensure that the personnel weapons are clean, safe, and in serviceable conditions. The quarter guard is always the first point of contact in every unit, and it is believed that the impression about a unit quarter guard has a direct bearing on the overall impression of the entire unit. Hence, the need for turning out a composed, alert, and professional quarter guard at all times. The inspection of the quarter guard, just like the security guard, is carried out to ensure that the incoming quarter guard is composed of disciplined, well-turned-out, and complete soldiers. The new guard commander just finished inspecting their weapon to ensure it is clean, safe, and in serviceable condition. The number 5 rifleman, who is the best turnout soldiers among the quarter guard private soldiers, is selected as the stick orderly to the new guard commander and is expected to be in attendance to the new guard commander throughout the tour of his duty. He will accompany the commander wherever he goes unless specifically ordered not to do so. As the orderly sergeant dressed addressing the quarter guard right now. The new guard commander has just granted the orderly sergeant, orderly corporal, and quartergastic orderly to fall out in order to quickly prepare the duty details of the security guard before the end of the parade to enable individual soldiers to know the duty location and the act to move over and secure throughout the tour of duty of the guard. That is the quarterguard sergeant and duty bugler taking post in front and rear of the incoming quarterguard. The quarterguard sergeant marches the incoming quarterguard to take over duty from the outgoing quarterguard. Next on our program will be Joint Color Patrol by the Nigerian Armed Forces. Distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, permit me to hand over the microphone to Major Paul Abara, retired, to continue with the proceedings. Major Paul Abara, sir.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Obiolokodano. Your Excellency, standing on existing protocol, we just witnessed a while ago, incisive inspection of the soldiers that were taken over at the quarter guard, as symbolically the British colonial soldiers are parting from our great nation Nigeria. We did say a while ago that the impression that is created at the quarter guard is carried on for a while, because you get the impression of turnout. And of course, the Nigerian Army is not an exception, particularly the Presidential Guards Brigade, and of course the battalions under the brigade. Excellent turnout any day, anywhere, anytime. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, still standing on existing protocol. Next will be the color patrol. We can see 4 officers with colors on their shoulder. We're going to meet the officers shortly, but color patrol, the importance in an occasion of this magnitude, will take a synoptic look. Now, the history and the significance of color patrol in the Nigerian Army. At independence on 1st October 1960, the Nigerian national color and the services colors were first paraded in a symbolic and prestigious military parade known as the Color Patrol, symbolizing the unity and pride of the military as well as our great nation Nigeria. Now, since then, the national color and the services regimental colors have replaced the British colors during ceremonial parades. These colors are consecrated and blessed to instill spiritual significance and reinforce the commitment and solemnity of the role they represent. Ordinarily, the colors are marched on parade during regimental and the national parades. In this parade, the colors forming a color party march as a component of the parade. However, during change of guard parades, such as handing and taking over parades, inauguration parades, and special parades like we are witnessing today, color patrols are conducted to signify the end of a duty tour and the beginning of another. Now, the color patrol is usually made up of a select set of officers who are chosen based on their discipline and military bearing. They undergo special training to ensure precision, uniformity, and ceremonial excellence. Those movements of foot and arms rail are highly calculated, mercurial, if you will, computerized, deep-centered presence of mind, and compulsive call to duty. Overall, the color patrol in the Nigerian Army serves as a visible symbol of national and military pride, honor, and tradition. It reinforces the importance of the Nigerian Army's role in protecting the nation and upholding its values, while also showcasing the country's military heritage and identity. Now, the ensigns conducting the color patrol are a component of the color party. The other component of the party is the escort. Now, the escort of the colors usually is composed of armed soldiers, ratings, and airmen, as well as regimental sergeant majors, commonly known as RSMs, from the various services. Now, the ensigns, as we witnessed a few minutes ago, broke out from the color party, leaving behind the escorts. Now, color patrol is often done by Guards Brigade during weekly change of guards parade at the Presidential Villa and the National Arcade. However, this is the first of its kind in which the Armed Forces of Nigeria is having a combined services color patrol, which includes the Nigerian Army, the Nigerian Navy, and the Nigerian Air Force, respectively. This is indeed a unique innovation that was introduced in this historic Nigeria's 63rd Independence Anniversary by the Commander Guards Brigade, Colonel Adebisi Olusegun Onosanya. May I please, at this juncture, very, very diligently and respectfully request the special guest of honor and all dignitaries to please rise in honor of these colors, please. All to rise, please. Officers, warrants of seniority, please salute, please. Thank you. Dignitaries, may please take your seats. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for honoring the colors on parade, please. It's done the world over, please. Thank you very much. We appreciate. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, special guest of honor, standing on existing protocol, we want to meet the ensigns to these colors. The ensign to the national color is Captain Chizubudu Success Namdi. He was born in Rivers State. He hails from Odoha, Emoha local government area of Rivers State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 3rd September 2016 as a member of the 68th Regular Combatant Course. The officer was subsequently commissioned on 3rd September 2021 as a second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army. He holds a bachelor in engineering in mechanical engineering. The ensign to the Nigerian Army regimental color is Captain Jafar Gajere Mohammed. He was born in Kebbi State. He hails from Zuru local government area of Kebbi State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 3rd September 2016 as a member of the 68th Regular Combatant Course. The officer was subsequently commissioned on 3rd September 2021 as a second lieutenant into the Nigerian Army. He holds a bachelor in engineering in electrical and electronic engineering. The ensign to the Nigerian Navy color is Navy Lieutenant Justin Bemshema Ore. Navy Lieutenant Justin Bemshema Ore hails from Takum local government area of Taraba State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 27 September 2014 as a member of the 66th Regular Combatant Course. The officer was subsequently commissioned on 12th October 2019 as sub-lieutenant into the Nigerian Navy. He holds a bachelor in engineering, civil engineering. The ensign to the Nigerian Air Force color is Flight Lieutenant Uchenna Christopher Asogwa. He was born on 10th October 1995. He hails from Suka local government area of Enugu State. He was admitted into the prestigious Nigerian Defense Academy on 7th September 2014 as a member of the 66th Regular Combatant Course. The officer was subsequently commissioned on 10th October 2019 as a pilot officer into the Nigerian Air Force. He holds a bachelor in engineering in electrical and electronic engineering. We must say that whatever we've seen of the officers and soldiers today, by way of performance, excellent performance, both the arms and foot drill, we must give the credit to the regimentals and the majors of the various units cut across. The regimentals and the major of the Guards Brigade is Master Warrant Sikiru Omotui. He was born in 1970 and he attended St. Louis Primary School and of course proceeded to Mary Comprehensive High School at Ekiti before he was enlisted into the Nigerian Army on 22nd July 1991 as a member of the 32nd Regular Combatant Course. We must say that the ensigns are now returning to rejoin the escorts. It is important to reiterate that the colors are symbols of autonomous nations, sovereign states, as well as operationally viable military force. Colors are therefore protected during operations to prevent their capture by the adversary, as the capture of a unit color during operation is synonymous to a defeat in battle. Similarly, the colors are protected during ceremonial parades by armed escorts, as we are seeing today, to symbolize the honor accorded the colors during operations. Very excellent parade here, I must say, based on training, presence of mind, mental alertness, concentration, and of course, nothing else expected of a well-disciplined, well-trained, drilled soldiers and officers. These ensigns have shown mercurial movements, computerized, if you will. These are mechanical human beings moving. We can see the movement there, the arms and foot drill. calculated. Shortly, they will take in their positions back with their escorts. A resounding round of applause, please, for this excellent patrol. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Your Excellency, shortly the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Yusuf, will be taking position on the stallion horse to get the report from the old and the new guards after inspecting thoroughly the guards, and of course we're going to hear the report shortly, the outcome. We just heard the old and the new guard commander reporting their handing and taking over and finding out if they have been done thoroughly, correctly. We had that, yes sir. Now they're joining their guards. Now we did say that the guard to the left of the sitting position of the special guest of honor symbolizes the outgoing colonial guards. And to the right of the sitting position of the special guest of honor is the incoming Nigerian guest. We're looking back, reflectively back to 63 years ago when the colonial guards got extricated and of course the Union Guard was lowered. Now the new guard has been thoroughly examined by the guard commander and of course they are now prepared to take duty anywhere in the nation, and in particular the presidential villa, where the nation's soldiers and guards is a reflection of what is replicated all over our great nation Nigeria in terms of preparedness. Excellency, the special guest of honor, still standing on existing protocol. Now, after the thorough inspection of the guards, and of course, that's very, very exciting. Color patrol, the guards are now marching to take position on line with the colors of parade preparatory to creating room for the next segment of this occasion, which we are going to witness shortly. That will be the silent drill. Silent drill, as the name implies, is a drill that has no audible orders, but based on thorough training, discipline, alertness of mind, concentration. Now, the soldiers, made up of male and female soldiers of the Guard Brigade, will take the arena and give us a demonstration of the training they have undergone. Silent drill. Once again, I want to wish one and all happy viewing as they take position shortly. Excellency, the special guest of honor, still standing on existing protocol, taking the arena at this moment, are the silent drill platoon. We can see them marching in. Their marching is rhythmic. We can see the synchronized arm and foot drill. It is a tradition in the Nigerian armed forces. You have anything to display to a dignified audience like we have now, you have to symbolically and telepathically give greetings, salutation, and seek permission to carry out your display. We're going to witness the salutation, presidential salutation soon. Mercurial movement there. Presidential salute there. It has been acknowledged and telepathically given permission to carry out your display. Excellency, we must say that the purpose of the silent drill platoon is to exemplify the discipline and professionalism of the Nigerian Army. It is a variant of drills that involves complex marching sequences, which usually deviate from drill used in the course of ordinary parades. Now, what the distinguished audience is witnessing at the moment is a display showcasing the unity of efforts, discipline of troops, and the ability to respond to initial orders given by their commander. Now, the drill platoon consists of Guard Brigade male and female soldiers. The concurrent movement of a rifle and troop shows the state of readiness of the troops and proficiency in arms handling. Now, breaking into sequence signifies the ability of troops to work around the clock to ensure the security of our great nation, and the changes in the formation shows the resilient nature of God's brigade troops to swiftly respond and adapt to changing security situation which the nation finds itself. Now, the ability of troops to manipulate and rotate the rifles weighing 4.5 kilograms and charging through each other shows the proficiency and expertise and the mastery of their personal rifles, which reaffirms God's commitment to stay alert and secure the state of power and its environment, and by extension, our great nation Nigeria. We can see the Nigerian movement there, highly computerized. Nothing to be more mechanical than this. Put your hands together, please, for this excellent movement, please. One appreciation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nigeria. Highly seamless after thorough training, discipline. Shortly, our two figures, human figures 6 and 3, will be written by these soldiers now as they are parading. 6 and 3. It will be better viewed if one was airborne. 63 symbolizes our 63rd independence as our great nation. To the right of, to the left of Mr. President is going to be the letter 6, and to the right is the letter 3. We can see that. Put your hands together, please. Resoundingly, please. 63, marking the 63rd independence anniversary. Thank you. 63, 3rd independence anniversary for great nation Nigeria. After that excellent display, another salutes, thanking the special guest of honor and the audience for giving them the opportunity to display their detailed military training. We can see that. And some full drill, musical, rhythmic, mercurial. Thank you very much. Once again, a round of applause for them, please. Thank you. Thank you. Highly, highly, highly entertaining. Thank you. The silent drill platoon. Soldiers from the President Guards Brigade cut across the various battalions. Thank you. At this juncture, the microphone now goes over to my co-announcer and announcer's box, Lieutenant Govio Lokodano. Thank you.
Thank you, Major Kodagaro. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, next performance you are about to witness will be a display by the Guards Brigade cultural troops, and they will be ushered into this arena by mass band of parade. Coming to entertain us with their various ethnic cultural display representing the various geopolitical zone of our great country, Nigeria. advancing squarely towards the special guest of honor to pay compliment, form a fire formation just like all-round defense, showing how the military protects the civilians, and also this formation is done to set the stage for the cultural troops, as they will be dancing forward to showcase their various ethnic cultural dance. Happy viewing, Your Excellency. Representing the North Central, Hausa Fulani representing the Northwest region, Yoruba representing the Southwest region. We have Calabar also, refers to as Efik, representing the South-South. Tiv people of Benue State are also among the Middle Belt that will be entertaining us this morning. We have Kanuri people from the Northeast region, and of course, Igbo are representing the Southeast region. Gbagi, can also call them Buhari, representing the North Central. Artistic, living in North Central geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Very unique to Gbagi women is the placing of boots on their shoulder because they believe the head represents king of the entire body. Hence, it should not be disturbed. Major occupation is farming. They are also good in wood threshing, pottery, and blacksmiths. Thank you. Next to display will be Hausa Fulani representing the Northwest region. That is Hausa Fulani representing the Northwest region. Comprises states. We have the Jigawa, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Sokoto, and Zamfara. The economic activities of the zone are mainly farming, fishing, livestock rearing, especially cattle, sheep, and goats. They also involve in industrial activities like mining of limestone in Sokoto, and they are one of the ethnic groups in the country. It will interest you to know that Hausa Fulani from the Northwest are the most populated in Nigeria with the third largest landmass. Hausa Fulani for that wonderful performance. Thank you. Next to display will be Yoruba representing Southwest region. That is Yoruba representing the Southwest region, Yoruba speaking state. That is Ekiti, Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Osun, and Oyo. This zone is endowed with both agricultural and commercial activities. The Yoruba culture also were behind value system that is very important to them. Some of the values include wisdom, integrity, valor, hard work, honor, and wealth. You can see the masquerade in their midst is called Eyo Masquerade. It's a prominent cultural and traditional festival in Yoruba culture. The Eyo Masquerade are considered one of the oldest masquerade traditions in Nigeria and is deeply rooted in Yoruba cultural belief and practice. Your masquerade comes out during special events and occasions such as the one we are witnessing today. The festival is a major event that attracts visitors from all over Nigeria and beyond. Thank you, Yoruba cultural truths. Thank you, Yoruba cultural truths. Thank you very much for that wonderful performance. Next will be Tea People of Benue State. Also among the middle belts. They depend on agricultural produce for commerce and sustenance. They are prosperous subsistence farmers and traders growing yams, millet, and raising small livestock and cattle, among others. The Tiv national attire is the black and white stripe, reminiscent of the zebra skin. cultural truths, like Steve from Benue State. Thank you, Steve from Benue State. Cultural truths, representing the Northeast region. Right now, the Kanuri people are African ethnic group living largely in the land of former Kenya and Borno empires in Nigeria, Niger, Sudan, Libya, and Cameroon. The Kanuri language was the major language of the Borno Empire and remained a major language in southeastern northeastern Nigeria and northern Cameroon. Kanuri economy is based on cultural, besides farming, they engage in weaving and making garments and crafts. The Kanuri people who are predominantly found in Borno and Yobe State constitute the second largest ethnic group in northern Nigeria. Thank you, Kanuri cultural truths. Thank you very much for that wonderful and excellent performance. That is Maliki dance we are witnessing at the moment from Kanuri people representing Northeast region. Next will be Calabar. I also refer to them as Efik, representing South region. Thank you, Kanuri. Next is Calabar cultural truths. Representing South region comprises the 6 oil-producing states of the Niger Delta, that is Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Cross River, Delta, and Edo. The economic activities of the zone include the production of crude oil, limestone and iron ore, farming, fishing, trading, banking, seaport activities, and the rest are the economic activities of this zone. Calabar is one of the major tourism centers in Nigeria, boasting a rich history, beautiful scenery, and great culture. Cultural truths. Thank you. Next, which is the last but not the least, is Igbo representing Southeast region. representing Southeast region. Southeast region comprises the 5 Igbo-speaking states, that is Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo. Igbo ethnic group are well known for their enterprising, independent, and adventurous nation, natively referred to as Indi Igbo. The tribe is popular for its varieties of food, dance, musical instruments, festival, and culture. The main economic activity of this zone are farming, mining, heavy trading, and local manufacturing in Abia and Anambra states. They are one of the largest ethnic groups in Nigeria. Thank you, Igbo cultural truths. Representing the Southeast region. Troops are provided by Gas Brigade, all in commemoration of Nigeria's 63rd Independence Day Anniversary Parade year 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, the lyrics you are enjoying at the moment by the mass band is inspired by the song Nigeria Yiti Gobowani, meaning Nigeria belongs to us all. Composed by legendary Nigerian musician King Sunny Ade. A classic hit back then in the late 80s and early 90s when it was released. Nigeria Yiti Gobowani was loved by all and still cherished to this day by music lovers all over the Southwest. Today, indeed, is a day to remind ourselves of the lyrics of this beautiful song written by a patriotic Nigerian. As we celebrate our independence, it is a clarion call to all Nigerians to continue to support the system and ensure we become a nation that is indivisible despite our heterogeneous disposition. And this can only be achieved through living together as one. Together we can succeed and achieve greater success as a nation. Nigeria belongs to us all. applause for these cultural troops as they have come to perform excellently to entertain the special guest of honor, all in commemoration of Nigeria's 63rd Independence Anniversary Parade Year 2023. Thank you. Nigeria belongs to us all. There's no other place we can call our country. This is our heritage. This is our culture. Thank you. Your Excellencies, senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Next on our program is the display by the mass band. The mass band will be marching forward to entertain the special guest of honor with different lyrics. The mass band on parade today comprises personnel of the Nigerian Armed Forces and Nigerian Police Force. Advancing squarely towards the special guest of honor to pay compliments before commencing with their display. The mass band on parade today is commanded by Major Ochuku Juju Obi from Army Headquarters Garrison Band, assisted by Squadron Leader Amos Adeyinka Olojude of the Nigerian Air Force Band, Captain Kennedy Bua of Gas Brigade Band, and Assistant Superintendent of Police Abara Moses from Nigerian Police Band. Formation you are witnessing at the moment by the mass band showing this geopolitical zone of our great country, Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the formation you are witnessing at the moment by the mass band showing the sixth geopolitical zone of our nation, symbolizing the peace, unity, harmony, and mutual coexistence of our great nation, Nigeria. With the band at the center, symbolize the Federal Capital Territory as the seat of power. elaborate preparations were made across the country for the historic occasion. There was joy and anxiety as unrelated Nigerians stormed the famous Tafawa Balewa Square in Lagos to witness and partake in the celebration of the independence of Nigeria on October 1st, 1960. Since then, Nigeria has celebrated its independence anniversary every October 1st till date. Your Excellencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. At this moment, permit me, Your Excellency, to hand over the microphone to my co-compare, Major Paul Abara, retired, to continue with the commentary. Major Paul Abara, sir.
Thank you very much. Exciting entertainment. Thank you. Put your hands together for them. Excellent. A round of applause, please. Highly synchronized today.
Then I move back now. I don't know why. Officer in suit. I don't get fight for that. You should get that. You should get your
Dignitaries, may please take your seats. Thank you. The three hearty chairs over the national salutes, the parade commander, Lieutenant Colonel Moshood Abiodun Yusuf, on the stallion horse, marches towards the sitting position of the very special guest of honor, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency, to seek his presidential permission to march up the colors and the rest of the parade. We'll hear that shortly. Permission graciously and very diligently sought there and presidentially given by Mr. President. Thus bringing us to the end of this epoch-making occasion of the 63rd Independence Anniversary of our great nation, Nigeria. May I, at this juncture, very diligently and respectfully request the Commander Guards Brigade, Colonel Adebisi Olusegun Onosoya, to please request the special guest of honor to sign the anniversary register. The Commander, sir. Please, cameraman, can you give us a way there to see? Please, cameraman, please, security, can you get this cameraman organized, please? Get them organized, please. After signing the anniversary register, special guest of honor will proceed to cut the anniversary cake. He will be accompanied by His Excellency the Vice President and the dignitaries, please. The state chief's state protocol, please, to put the dignitaries together, please, for the cutting of the anniversary cake. Cameraman, you are blocking the way, please, please.
This guy can give the cake. He can give the cake. He can give the cake there. I say he can give the cake.
Cameraman, can you pan to one end, please? Please, so that we... Security man, can you get them out of... Please, let us, please, after signing the register, the anniversary cake will be cut by Mr. President. Commander, sir, please. The Vice President, Senate President, Speaker, House of Rep, and other dignitaries, very senior military officers, please, can service chiefs, please, Chief of Defense Staff and service chiefs, may please witness the National Security Advisor, please, and the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, please, the Chairman of the Organizing Committee. Put your hands together, please. Put your hands together. The anniversary cake has been cut there. Thank you. Thank you. Next will be the release of the birds of pigeon. Once again, he will be accompanied by the dignitaries. Pigeons are birds of peace, harmony, mutual coexistence in any nation like ours, Nigeria. They fly hard to let the world know that Nigeria is in unfettered, absolute peace around the nation. Today's ceremony is very, very unique. Once again, we want to thank one and all for honoring this invitation. On behalf of the chairman of the Central Planning Committee, who doubles as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, His Excellency Senator George Akume, members of his Executive Committee, we want to thank one and all, of course, officers and personnel of the Nigerian Armed Forces, the Nigerian Police, and other security agencies. We thank one and all for honoring this invitation. Please, wish one and all on joining messages back to our respective nations, please. Thank you very, very, very much. We thank you On behalf of the chairman, once again, want to thank one and all for this great occasion of the 63rd Independence Anniversary. Your anchors have been Lieutenant Odunayo Bilkisu Lokodano, the Acting Assistant Public Relations Officer of the Nigerian Army Guards Brigade, and yours very affectionately, Major Paul Esapara, retired formerly of the Directorate of Army Public Relations. Thank you, God bless you, all you and all. Thank you. Thank you. Please, dignitaries should allow the special guest of honor, the Vice President, and other dignitaries to depart the arena before we leave, please. We appreciate your presence. Thank you very much for honoring this invitation. Thank you very much. 63rd Independence Anniversary, symbolically held at the forecourts of the presidential villa. It is abridged, low-key. Thank God. You can see the presidential limousine sandwiched there by the bagpipers, taking his leave from the arena. Thank you very much, His Excellency, President Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, His Excellency Ashiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Once again, we want to thank one and all for honoring this invitation. The doing of the diplomatic corps.
All right, so you've been watching the Nigerian Television Authority, and we've just seen the end of a very parade, military parade. A number of them have come up. Now let's just hear from some of the dignitaries. The president, who was the special guest, has just made his way out of his venue, and of course, the vice president too. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Professor Tahir Mama, Minister of Education. We appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
We've seen a session here. How do you describe this parade we've seen today?
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. The precision, the reminder of how far we have come as a country is fantastic for us. The unity among the services is fantastic, and the performances of the various cultural groups is also a reminder of our beauty in unity in diversity.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Now let's quickly hear from the Chief of Staff is also here. Happy Independence Anniversary.
Thank you.
Sir.
Happy Independence to
All right,
you.
sir. What do you say of this parade we have seen today, despite the fact that it was meant to be a low-key?
Well, I don't think there's anything that can be low-key when it comes to Nigeria celebrating its independence and its birthday. What we witnessed, as low-key as it was a showcasing of Nigeria's unity, in Nigeria's various tribes coming together and to speak, and to showcase that we're one as a country. And that's what we witnessed, unity, progress, and tolerance amongst various groups. You saw the cultural dance, you saw the amazing performance from the military band. So it was a good, low-key but happy celebration.
And your message to Nigerians on this day?
Well, I mean, I wish us all a happy birthday is what I'll call it. Happy birthday, and I wish us many more years. Nigeria will continue to exist, and we as Nigerians will continue to coexist. So I wish us all well, and we'll all be back here many years from now to celebrate the 64th, 65th, 66th, and so on and so forth. But we must also be tolerant of each other. We must also understand that, yes, we are going through very difficult times in Nigeria as of today. But like they say, no pain, no gain. The president and the government is doing a lot. Some of it we may not realize the benefits immediately, but we need to be patient with government. Like you heard the president's broadcast this morning, that he is not a heartless man, and he sees and his heart feels, and he will continue to ask for our patience. And at the end of the day, the measures that are being put in place by government will bear fruit. And I want to use this opportunity to appeal to Labour as well. I have a meeting with them this afternoon, and I want to appeal to them in the spirit of our birthday as a country, of the spirit of unity, the spirit of progress. They should be a little bit more accommodating. And when I say more accommodating, and just give us time to iron out the creases, and I'm sure all will be well. Happy birthday once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Chief of Staff to the President, Right Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila. And we also have other dignitaries, and of course, our Minister of Information is here. Okay, we're going to make way out of this. We have the Minister of Information and National Orientation with me, Muhammad Idris. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right, we've seen another commemoration of the Nigerian independence today. A brief word on that.
Well, it's a happy day for Nigeria, as you can see, on the occasion of the 63rd independent anniversary, having gained our independence from the British colonial rule in October of 1963. It's been a mixed feeling for Nigerians. We've had a very challenging journey, but an interesting one at that. We are seeing that the renewed hope of agenda of Mr. President is playing out here. Everybody is coming together. Nigeria is coming together once again to rediscover ourselves for prosperity and for the development of our dear nation.
All right, so we listened to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces this morning calling on Nigerians to be a little bit patient due to what we're experiencing at the moment. And of course, he also called on the organized labor to be patient with his administration. What about that?
Well, yes, of course, if you listen to the President's speech, you will see that he has addressed most of the concerns of the Nigerian Labour Congress, of the unions. Of course, there's going to be an increase in the minimum wage, as we can see, as we have heard from Mr. President. The Mr. President is also, improving of Nigeria's transportation system by introducing the CNG buses that will be way cheaper for Nigerians to use, especially the working population. You have also seen that palliatives have been rolled out, but the first part of it has happened before now. The second batch is underway. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs is in charge of that. 15 million families additional will be supported. Households will be supported with some amount of money and with some palliatives to cushion the effect of the hardship of petroleum subsidy removal. All these are gestures that Mr. President has put in place to ensure that Nigerians don't suffer any longer, and for people to now face their jobs so that Nigeria can rediscover itself once again.
Thank you so much, Honorable Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris. And we have another minister right here with us, and that is the Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dele Alake. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Thank you for
Happy Independence Anniversary.
Same to you.
All right, so you listened to Mr. President this morning. What do you say to his broadcast?
I think it's very inspiring, very sober and somber, and seriously very arresting in terms of the content, the substance of the content of that speech. If you recall, the president really recognized the fact that the situation in the country is not the most excitable. Why? Because of the necessary effects of the strong and tough decisions that he has made to restructure the economy and redirect it towards the visionary path which he has laid for this country. And don't forget also that when you are trying to restructure an economy or a society, it comes with its own pains. So we are passing through the throes or the paroxysms of the effects of the strong and tough measures that he has taken, the policy initiatives. But these are necessary policy initiatives. There's no way for any society that is anchored on development, that is desirous of progress, not to pass through this curve. And once we turn the curve, oh, believe you me, the results of these policies, positive results, will begin to manifest. For every government policy, there's a gestation period. And in that gestation period, of course, Nigerians are naturally very much in a hurry. It's a natural inclination. Nobody can blame anybody for that. But the reality on ground is that all policies have gestation period. And when you are passing through the gestation period, you must be restrained. You must exercise patience so as to turn the curve and allow the policy results to begin to manifest. And we've done it before, and we've seen it before in other countries. All the developed societies that we all go to now and again, they did not have development thrust on their laps. They had to go through the pains of development, and they had the patience, the perseverance, and the consistency to maintain those policies. That's what we need, and that's what the fulcrum of the president's speech this morning. It was quite invigorating.
Thank you so much, Honourable Minister. Indeed, that's what we need, and hope that Nigeria will be patient enough to witness the developments that the President and Commander-in-Chief is promising. We have another Minister of State, Water Resources and Sanitation. Mr. Goroyo, thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
All right, what are the words you have for Nigerians on this day of Nigeria's independence?
Well, thank you very much. I wish to congratulate Nigerians for this 63rd anniversary of our nation. And I can say that Mr. President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is really focused on his renewed hope agenda, and things have started picking up, and by the special grace of God, we will see a lot of changes before the end of this year and the next coming year. So I want to assure Nigerians that they should continue to rally around Mr. President on Mr. President agenda, and make sure that we work together towards attainment of deliverables that Mr. President has been promising Nigerians. So we as ministers, members of the cabinet, we are working tirelessly day and night to ensure that we come out with the blueprint, a mandate of each ministry to ensure that we deliver on the promise of Mr. President. So Nigeria is blessed with human and material resources, and we are working together to ensure that we harness these human and material resources for the benefit of Nigeria and Nigerians. We have no other country than Nigeria, and Nigeria is our country. We are rich and endowed with solid minerals, with agriculture, with animal husbandry, with oil, with gas resources, and so many other things, which we are in a very advantaged position compared to other countries of the world. So we thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And just one more of the dignitaries right here with us. Can we meet you, sir?
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Professor Gabriel Okenwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you have to say to Nigerians on this day we celebrate?
Wonderful. Nigerians are very wonderful and great people. This is a great nation, truly. It was a spectacular performance today, and that heralds the greatness that Nigerians are known for. We will continue to pray for greater things to come. Our president, the leaders, the vice president, and everybody, the governors, everything is moving well to a large extent. Why I say this is because when you believe that things will be great, it will definitely come to you. In all, we'll continue to praise God, and Nigerians, like I said before, are spectacular people. That anywhere we go, at 63, we cannot but thank God for His grace.
Thank you so much, Prof. That has been it, the independence, 63rd independence anniversary of Nigeria, commemorated here at the State House in Abuja. And we sincerely want to appreciate you for being part of the broadcast on the Nigerian Television Authority. And we hope Nigerians will continue to be patient and wait to see the progress and development yet to come under the administration.
Our State House correspondent there speaking to dignitaries who attended the 64th Independence Anniversary military parade we just saw happen. Beautiful ceremony, I would say, even though it was themed low-keyed. Of course, you know, 63 is a big deal, so the significant celebrations cannot be, you know, ignored. And yes, it is a day where we get to recollect and remind ourselves of the struggles of our founding fathers, the ones who made this entity called Nigeria. A time for us to reawaken our consciousness, a time for us to tell ourselves that it is only with collective effort that we can continue to stand united as a country that will be admired, or rather, that has been admired, whichever way you want to picture it. Nigeria, for me, is work in progress, and will continue to strive. And like the president puts it in his early hours broadcast today, he said Nigeria is remarkable in its formation, an essential character. Now, he said our bonds are intangible yet strong, invisible yet universal. There is no place like home. We're not going anywhere. It is the 64th Independence Anniversary, and this is a special program coming to you live on the network service of the NTA. I'm Ruth Aguwele. Well, picking up from where my colleague Fisaya Ogunfuyi left off, earlier you saw him had a robust conversation with some of our guests, so I'm picking up from where he left off. But before I introduce my guests who are already seated, let's quickly bring you this report to set the tone for our conversation. Actualizing a better Nigeria will require courage, compassion, and commitment as one indivisible unit and not by fear or hatred. In his address to commemorate Nigeria's 64th Independence Anniversary, President Bola Tinubu identified these as the recipe for greatness as Nigeria navigates her journey ahead. Let's get full details from State House correspondent Musbahudan Wahab.
Dear compatriots,
first official appearance of President Bola Tinubu since his return from the UN General Assembly trip. It's on the anniversary of his country's national sovereignty, commemorating a journey continually filled with lots of patriotic sacrifices. And the sitting Nigerian leader acknowledges the effort of the founding fathers and mothers who secured the emancipation of the nation from the shackles of colonialism, and those who have propelled the unity for 63 years down the lane.
Some people have said an independent Nigeria should never have come into existence. Some have said that our country will be torn apart. They are forever mistaken. Here, our nation stands, and here we shall remain.
The nation has maintained its unity and so endured its travails, but the man in front believes a greater Nigeria still requires brave decisions and dogged determination that he said he has signed up to since inauguration. Some attendant hardship on the citizens albeit, the president says that is a necessary momentary sacrifice toward a better future. And so to ameliorate the consequential effect on the people, President Tinubu says the interventions are on the way, including the release of CNG-powered buses to ease transportation.
Based upon our talks with labor, business, and other stakeholders, we are introducing a professional wage award increment to enhance the federal minimum wage without causing undue inflation. For the next 6 months, the average low-grade worker shall receive an additional 25,000 naira per month.
He also enumerated other policies and programs aimed at improving the economy, which include tax reforms, inauguration of a new leadership for the Central Bank of Nigeria, and the Infrastructure Development Initiative in collaboration with state governments.
States have already received funds to provide relief packages against the impact of rising food and other prices.
The president also acknowledges the roles of partners in driving governance, including the national legislature and judiciary, as well as labor unions and civil society organizations.
All right, that report by Musbahu Dan Wahab setting the tone for our conversation. It's 64th Independence Anniversary, and a lot was said in the early hours of today by the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have some guests in the studio, so let me quickly introduce my guests. We have Honorable Ahmed Sajo. He's a former Commissioner for Information and Strategy at Adamawa State. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
And thank you for your patience. All right, we have Mr. Chris Agiri. He's the Director General, Flag Foundation of Nigeria. Welcome to the program, and happy Independence Anniversary.
Thank you very much, and happy Independence Anniversary to Nigerians.
I didn't wish you happy independence.
No, don't worry. Don't
happy independence. All right, Dr.
Thank you.
George Abaka, he is a political affairs analyst. Happy independence, and thank you for joining us on the program.
Thank you very much for having me. Happy Independence Anniversary to Nigerians.
All right, let me start with you, Honorable Sajo. 63 years for anybody that is 63, obviously, we will say has come of age, right? 63 years is a big deal for Nigeria, but reflecting back, you know, keeping track from where we're coming from, our struggles, our challenges, and the successes we have recorded along the line, and then looking at the present situation now, what's your perception or, you know, about Nigeria?
No, well, let me start by saying happy independence to every Nigerian that is watching us today. 63 years in the life of an individual is really a long time. It's an elder statesman, it's an elder, it's a senior citizen. But 63 years in the life of a nation is actually not much. Most great nations that we're talking about today have existed for practically over 1,000, 2,000 years. So it's not like 63 years is very little, you know, in the life of a nation. But it's also a sufficient enough period for a country to evolve into a nation. A lot of people make this mistake that because we are a country identified by geographical boundaries, we are a nation. We are not a nation. A nation is a collection of people with shared values. We are yet to imbibe certain shared values that could really propel us to where we ought to be. I listened to the president this morning, and I will tell you that one of the most important issues he raised are in his paragraph 4 and 5, where he spoke about the bonds that bring us together, though intangible but very strong, and you know, our relationships may not be very visible to us as we want to see them, but they are still there, and they are building blocks for our country. And then he spoke about people who had skepticism about whether this country would have ever even existed up till this moment. And there are people who still believe that, you know, we've had countless, I don't know how to put it, but we've had countless doomsday predictions that Nigeria will disintegrate at certain time and certain point in time, and up till this minute, we are still one country. And I think that is very important. But there is also a point where the president